Hey, what's up? Today, we're looking at the Blitzwolf BW-KB1, a budget 60% mechanical keyboard that launched recently. Blitzwolf's products cover a wide range of categories, whether it's phone accessories, speakers, smart home devices, and more. But it's their first attempt at a keyboard, let alone a mechanical one. So let's see if it's any good. Like all other Blitzwolf products, this keyboard comes in a white and green box. In it, there's the keyboard in plastic wrap, a white USB-C cable, and a wire keycaps puller. The cable is braided and seems well built, and it's cool that they include a wire keycaps puller instead of a cheaper all-plastic one. The keyboard is all white. It has a very simple case with a floating key design. I think it looks nice, however, the plate is not perfectly even at all places. The case is plastic with a matte finish. At the back there is a Type-C port, and under the keyboard you get 6 rubber pads, where 4 at the bottom are meant to accommodate the 2 angle settings offered by the flip-out feet. These are also rubberized, so the keyboard doesn't move around in all scenarios. Finally, there is also an on-off switch for the Bluetooth mode. In terms of layouts, you get dedicated arrow keys in a 60% form factor, so there will be compromises. However, I think they did better than the GK64. The big change compared to an NC layout is the question mark key, which is at the far right instead of at the left of the shift key. Otherwise, the shift key is 1.75 units wide, but that's common with 65% keyboards, and the right side modifiers are also narrower. Still, it keeps a standard 2.25 units wide left shift key, where the GK64 axis is 2 units wide, shifting the whole row. Overall, it will be much easier to find replacement keycaps as there is only 3 non-standard keys, and they're often included in keycap sets accommodating other layouts. Keycap sets made for 65% layouts will be compatible with this keyboard, as an example. As for the keycaps themselves, they are ABS, so not the best, but at least they're double shot so the legends won't fade, and although they are ABS, they have a matte surface, so I don't expect them to show wear easily. Still, for a $50 keyboard, I think they're alright. One weird thing is that there are 2 up arrow keys for some reason, instead of a down arrow key where it should be. Under these keycaps hide Gateron switches, which are typical reds, blues, and browns. These are not hot swappable, so the switch options do fall short. Still, I like that they went for Gaterons even at that low price point, where companies usually go for Automus or other cheap switches. As for the stabilizers, they're standard, they seem to be decent overall. They're factory lubed, although very lightly, and it seems to be a thin lube, but they're still not too bad out of the box. One of the main features of this keyboard is that it supports Bluetooth. It can remember up to 5 devices, where most keyboards are limited to 3 usually. It supports the Bluetooth 5.0 protocol for longer range and lower energy consumption. The battery has a capacity of 1900 mAh, exactly the same as the Amp Pro 2 and the GK keyboards. So it should last for a few days with the LEDs off. I've not tested this keyboard in depth over Bluetooth, but the latency was very low overall, and it connected quickly to both my phone and laptop. This keyboard also comes with RGB LEDs. I found them quite bright and vibrant overall. There is a bunch of animations on board, and you can control the speed and brightness too. Then Function plus Dot will loop through all the colors for the current effect. The software looks exactly the same as the one for the RK61 and other super cheap 60% boards. Also, I realized that this keyboard looks very similar to the Dairya DK63, so it's likely just a rebrand with different keycaps and accessories. All in all, it offers a low level of customizability. Only the main layer can be remapped, additional layers will stay as is. And then light animations can be changed, but it's limited to predefined animations. I think it's cool that they offer it, but don't expect too much from it. One weird thing I noticed is that the color pickers seem to be off compared to what the keyboard is displaying, so maybe there's some sort of issue with how the colors are mapped. An important thing to note if you care about RGB LEDs. So in conclusion, I think this keyboard offers a fair value for the price. I like the design, the LEDs are bright and vibrant, it has real Gateron switches, stabilizers are not terrible out of the box, and the layout makes sense for dedicated arrow keys in a 60% form factor. In terms of cons, the plate isn't perfectly even, the switches are not hot swappable, and while there is a bit of customizability, don't expect to remap the function layer. I also wish it had better keycaps, but that's an easy thing to change at least. For $50, I don't think you can go wrong. So that wraps it up for today. As always, I'll have affiliate links to this keyboard down below, so feel free to use them if you're interested and want to help the channel at the same time. So thank you for watching, make sure you leave a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, as I'll see you in a future video.